Defensive transition, you would imagine, would be a high priority for the Chargers women tonight.
We will see how this game unfolds. Game underway now. Eltham to the right of screen, Hobart to the left. For Hobart, it will be Finlayson, Vincelau, Banks. That will be Steindl and O'Neill on the floor. No Paige Bradley in the lineup. We'll get to that a little later as Eltham get the first shot up on the board. That one's not able to drop. Shot taken there by Wynn, and we are going the other way. Referee. And it'll be interesting to see just how this team plays, Mark, particularly without someone like a Paige Bradley who's able to get up and down that floor really quickly and apply that pressure defensively.
Yeah, and such a good team leader. It looks like Vince Lau's taking on point guard duty. Zoe Banks into the starting lineup. So that'll be the main thing for the Chargers at the offensive end. Make no mistake, the plan is give the ball to Kayla Steindl, and she's just been unbelievable this year.
Yeah, she has been solid, really verging on that 20 and 10 double-double throughout the season. A real culture build as well, a real change to how things are going in the squad here. Ball inside there for Eltham. They get the basket to drop. Nice open there. Second possession there. 3-0 start. And Eltham immediately up pressuring defensively, recognising a bit of a change right now in that Hobart lineup. Vincelau now, about that 13 points per game mark. Creates a lot of energy. Couldn't get that one to fall. Taken away there by Eltham. Not for long, though. O'Neill signed up with the team sort of just after the start of the season, and she's been a valuable commodity as well. Routinely third option. Kayla Steindl, though, she's been routinely the number one option and gets that one to fall.
Yeah, and just so efficient on that mid-range catch, back to the basket. Just able to turn and pivot, square up, and Kayla Steindl's been awesome as she gives Beck Pizzi a bit of a hello.
Yes, Pizzi will be the big matchup for her, of course. Wins the rebound battle there. Second opportunity here for Eltham looking to capitalise. On the dribble now is Scanlon. Kick out pass once again. Ball through sets of hands. Forsyth, top of the key again. Front iron, no good. Rebound by Banks to Vincelau, who draws the contact. And Ange Vincelau slowly acclimatising with the overplay.
Physical player will often run through opponents, but Eltham, they're right up and in tonight. Lily Scanlon picking up that foul, but really trying to apply ball pressure as the Chargers advance.
Banks using that screen for Steindl, who rolls late. Ball knocked away. Can it be saved? It is by Finlayson. Banks gets it as well. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hobart needing to do some work. O'Neill wanting to do it herself. Goes up, draws contact. Get out of here, says Leidel. Knocks that one away. Transition once again through Scanlon. Eltham are on right now as that ball goes loose. Banks fighting for that one there. Getting right in the grill. Again, we're expecting physical play. And there's Banks again. First onto the ball. Jump ball situation there. Hobart winning that.
Almost lucky not to get that foul, lunging for the ball over the back of Zoe Banks. But, good fight there from the Chargers.
First of the footy, so to speak, as they say. Is turning around, fade away. One leg, crooked leg, no good there. Kayla Steindl making that a signature of her game here as a member of the Chargers. Forsyth now on the drive. Gives that ball back up to Leidel. And, of course, all five major players here for Eltham. Double-digit scorers so far this season. Of course, mainly the absentee of that group tonight. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Steindl using her body well, but the easy pick up for Eltham on the wing. That was a long way out, and that one rattles home. Eltham really hitting their shots early.
Yeah, and they're real coach killers. The Chargers did a reasonable job defending the ball screen, and just the kick-out desperation three as Vincelau sends Scanlon tumbling.
Uses the body, goes around the back, dish to Finlayson, couldn't get that one to go. Once again, Forsyth with the cover. In turn to Scanlon. Ball through sets of hands. Another three ball for Eltham is no good. Finlayson first to the ball there, gets that one. Vincelau running the pace. O'Neill now getting inside. Banks, corner, three, bang. Bottom of the net there for Zoe Banks. Great recovery there for Hobart. Trailers won by 1, 5-6. You're tuning in. Round 8 of the 2023 Coles Express NBL.1 South season, live from the Hobart Netball and Sports Centre. The Eltham Wildcats trailing by 1 here on the road. As Wine takes that one, and just a little bit too much on that one. We are going the other way. And there, Mark, that any loose ball is our ball, and it's going to be those 1%ers that probably decide this one early on. Yeah,
both teams certainly getting after it. And for the Chargers, just an observation, Zoe Banks playing off the ball, probably one of the best catch-and-shoot players in the team. So, just a bit of a floor spacer there for Banks, with Vincelau doing most of the heavy lifting, carrying the ball.
5 seconds left on the shot as Finlayson chases her own ball. Steindl, NBA range, gets that one to drop.
Yep, better get a hand up on that one.
Big time, and very hard as well. Kayla Steindl, 6'3.5", 6'4", of course, the former WNBA draft pick herself, and she has been a veteran everywhere since she's pretty much come out of college. Shot there by Eltham, bottom of the net, big basket there by, I believe that's Wynn actually. Gets that one to go, and that sort of just plugs the momentum, so to speak, for Hobart now. Vincelau wanting to go off screen. Splits the double there with a pass. Steindl taking body space. 15-footer looked okay. Wasn't able to drop. Rebound taken there by Eltham. Transition once again. And they are flying up and down the floor with Scanlon. Gets the ball back out in turn to Pizzi. Front iron no good. Will get her own rebound. Wanted another look. Didn't use it. Jumping catch and shoot by Forsyth. On the box out there.
Bench, although Sarah Nyhouse into the squad tonight, but Lauren Mills was really effective on the road last week, JB, so you'd expect there'll be some good minutes at some stage here in the first quarter for Lauren.
And Jazz Ashland probably a good pinch hit as well at 6'1", around that mark, 6 foot, be able to spread around the three there. O'Neill dumped down to Steindl, who gets that one off glass, and Kayla certainly warming up a bit quicker here at home than previously. He's moved up to 7 points already. And Zoe Banks now really chasing on the defensive end. That was a staple of her game on the road last week. We'll see how that transpires this week. Forsyth, ball through sets of hands once again over to Scanlon. Looking for options. Kick pass was very risky. And Vincelau loves playing those passing lanes. Gets the steal. Transition here for Hobart. Bit of a hesitation. Slowed the pace down. And that's good game control there by Vincelau.
It is. And she'll be happy to see the ball go through on that one. As we mentioned, the physicality and aggression that she plays with.
So all of a sudden now Hobart in control of this one, 12-9. But of course they are looking to break 500 for the first time since 2018, I do believe. Meanwhile, Eltham looking to get a game above 500. If those shots start dropping, particularly from Leidel, they will be a chance as well. She's got it again, top of the key. It's the red lines here at the Sports Centre. And that'll be an offensive screen call there on Pizzi. As the crowd slowly starts to build in. As we spoke about pre-game, Mark, a lot warmer than we thought it probably would be in late May here at the Sports Centre this evening.
Yep, it's been snow on Mount Wellington over the last couple of days, so this place can be freezing, but it's quite pleasant in here tonight. And as we mentioned pre-game, it helps when there's people building up as Eltham looks to attack.
Gets a really good look there. Around the world, no good. Hit all parts of the rim except the bottom of the net. O'Neill now transitioning once again. 12-9 the scoreline. Chargers in control. Looking to change the pace of the game. Vincelau catch and shoot three. Front iron no good. Pizzi hits the deck. That'll be a foul on Steindl. Going the other way there. And of course Steindl not only a good after having a couple of kids, and all of a sudden she's back to game fitness, match fitness, and a really strong leader for the young women and the young female basketballers of Tasmania right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is overall a young Hobart Chargers squad, and great to seeing locals getting a job. As Steindl probably challenging that one, nearly picked up the second, the kick ahead, but no, terrific addition for this team in all aspects. And certainly Chargers fans will be hoping that Kayla Steindl will be part of this club for the next couple of seasons.
Absolutely. Playing to an all-league level at the moment as Vincelau draws contact there. Lauren Mills comes into the game, adding that extra
years, part of junior Australian teams. I coached against her at Oz Champs when Victoria beat Tasmania by about 80 JP, so she can play. A
lot of nightmares for you in this Eltham side, Nashi. Ball inside, threads well. Mills, who's back from college, can't get that to go. Second option there by Steindl, but Lauren Mills has been a great compliment in those pinch minutes throughout the season.
Yeah, and just by attacking there, it actually, Steindl's player has to go and help, and enables the offensive putback. So Mills needs to be aggressive, and that was a good, strong take. This will be a challenge, staying with Forsyth off the dribble.
And there's just a rotation there. That'll be on the arm, and one opportunity there. Leidel getting right out of reach and out of control early.
Yeah, that's right. And Hobart, we know, does put a lot of minutes into this starting group, particularly Vincelau tonight without Paige Bradley, and Kayla Steindl, always logs heavy minutes. So you see Mills picking up the O board there.
Another option there. Good skip passing from Hobart. Mills inside. Wants another pass option. Gets it. Second opportunity here for Hobart as O'Neill finds the middle of the lane. She'll go to the line for two. And, of course, O'Neill
planned to come to Hobart a couple of years ago. But sometimes it's good for players to go elsewhere over Bass Strait and experience another program. But it's great for Hobart that she's selected to come back and continue her NBL.1 career here in the southern part of the state.
It was really kicked off as well, as we mentioned. Genuine third option there. Her and Vincelau sharing the load with Steindl and Bradley. Ball through sets of hands now. Munro, the veteran, feeds inside. Steindl a little late on the rotation. That'll be her second left in this one, flying through the first quarter. Round 8 of the 2023 Coles Express NBL.1 South season. We trust you're enjoying the coverage here live from Hobart Netball and Sports Centre. The only South Conference game on this evening. double header here. Hobart and Eltham with everyone with a lot to play for. Double team there, Banks. Nice thread inside of the needle there by Finlayson, veteran feed.
Yep, definitely a good look. Found Mills, and that's a great thing for Mills to get to that sort of dunker spot low. You know, she does have good size and length in this league, and that's exactly where Dwayne Davey would like to see her catching and operating.
Mills coming off a college campaign as well, so plenty of experience for her. Munro now with the ball, looks to feed inside, does. Leidel wanting to go to work. Doubled down low, defence there. Feeding into Mills there, as that one is a foul. But Chloe,
I believe in year 10 in high school, so you know, big future, and no doubt the AFL is going to be trying to tap her on the shoulder pretty strongly as well. But for her to be able to play in the NBL.1 South comp is great, and she's more than capable of getting out there and having a big impact for the Chargers.
Banks now with the ball, has the ball handle, had a roll in Finlayson, didn't use it. O'Neill wanted baseline, has 5 seconds to work with on the shot. Feeds inside to Mills, couldn't get that one to drop, just around the world. 15 seconds here for Eltham. They'll want the one shot. Munro controlling this one. Going through sets of hands, Armado. Almost a double horns action there. They play out of that through Forsyth. Again, Armado's a long way out, uses the screen for Forsyth. Ball in, out of bounds. That shot will not count. A good shot. But it
a shot that looks like they're electing not to.
And, yeah, they're going to call end of quarter because the game clock didn't start. So the referee was to throw this one in from God's end. Banks catch and shoot. And they get that shot away. That was a long 1.6 seconds. Either way, we are now officially at quarter time mark. 17-15.
There with the 2 fouls, so we'll need to stay disciplined there. With Lauren Mills, it looks like also picking up 2 fouls.
Yeah, that pick and roll there and that split action really causing issues for the defence of Hobart, and that is certainly going to be a plan for Eltham to try and attack that once again. As Munro inside, she's got key minutes. Square up there, Leidel, top of the key, knocks that in for 3. All of a sudden, Eltham with the lead, 18-17, early part of this quarter.
Yeah, they've had some nice screen-to-screener action. Leidel's getting really open at the top of the three-point arc there, so credit to her knocking him down.
Feed now through sets of hands. Hobart like really walking that ball, so to speak, over. O'Neill takes the tumble as Banks sees a gap, goes up herself off glass, gets that to fall and one opportunity, and Zoe Banks
looked like a right foot, right-handed shot. So Chargers go to a 2-2-1 press here after the free throw.
Trying to force the defence here. Munro manages to get that through to Armada. Turn to Leidel. Armada goes with the ball again. Inside, easy as you like there. Forsyth square up, gets that one to drop.
Yeah, and that's the challenge. Chargers dropping back to that zone, and Steindl, had a hand up but wasn't really able to commit too much to challenge that for the fear of picking up the 3rd foul.
As Vinceleu now goes over Steindl. 3 front iron, no good. As Finlayson tries to wrestle inside, takes a bit of a bump there. We'll make sure she's okay. Easy as you like inside. Forsyth spin, catch, shoot, couldn't make it. As Banks once again with the ball. You notice the Eltham men coming into town. Of course, Angus Glover, the captain and the leader of that team right now. They are flying 8-2. Meanwhile, Finlayson, iron no good. That one goes to go out of bounds, and that was a nice tap there by Vinceleu.
Game, and we talked about how impactful and effective she'd been. So, and you can see straight away, talking on D, being active, as Eltham drops back to a 2-3 zone just to test the Hobart shooters.
That's a very old school zone too. They are only taking zones. They are not rotation with your man either.
And it is just really challenging. Looks like they're happy for Alex Finlayson to be a shooter just with a hand, as Dwayne Davey calls his 2nd timeout with 2 minutes and 5 to
say that is going to be coming sooner rather than later for them.
Yeah, that's right. And they actually look to extend there with a bit of a 1-2-2, but dropping into, back to the 2-3. And see, they're just crowding Steindl there.
Ball to O'Neill, wants to take advantage of it. Can't, as Finlayson tries to get under. Couldn't get that to go. And the transition here by Scanlon nearly gets 2 hands on the ball. Kick out to the wing. Another 3-point bomb for Eltham is good.
Yep. And that's the difference, isn't it? Like, they'll say, yep, we'll live with Sarah O'Neill shooting that. One pass into the zone. And then they just come down and drop a dagger at the other end.
Wynn takes that one. Steiner with a response.
Yeah, and that's where Kayla Steindl can sort of break them out of that zone, because they're trying to stop her inside. If she can step out and knock a couple down, then Eltham says, well, possibly we need to go back and match up.
32-36, Steindl, 16 first half points, and a quiet below normal 16, I'd say, too, despite dominating us. Sarah O'Neill not really extends the defence.
Yeah, and, really plugging part of that gap with Annalise Maley coming out. Very different sort of player, but to be able to fill it up that efficiently from the three-point line. And just seeing us still in the zone here, as we can see Vince Lowe and
O'Neill were on the wide, but second opportunity there. Steindl with an and one opportunity for 18 points. So,
it's huge, and what a lot of responsibility. But I've been watching games from the stands or watching the live stream. I really like as well her demeanour on the court. She's not getting down and grumpy with the younger players because there will be mistakes. But has been a terrific leader, as we see, just again fronting Beck Pizzi and turnover. So that's another demonstration of leadership out there, isn't it?
Steiner with 19 leading all scorers here, one of 3 double-digit scorers. 40 seconds remaining here. Chargers running with that original starting lineup. As O'Neill now wants to find Steindl again, has that short corner, goes into Finlayson, zoning up a little bit, trying to draw the top of the zone actually. As O'Neill gets the ball fake there, puts a shot up, back iron, no good. Rebound by Pizzi, clearing the glass out once again. Scanlon getting up the floor, slowing down. They want one shot. Shot clock is off. Blitzing up the top here. Hobart, no good. Win. Back to Scanlon. As Banks forces the turnover, needs to go to the cup. It does. Can't get that one to go, though. And 3 seconds here for Eltham, who need to get a shot. Deflection there by Steindl. As score goes, siren goes, I should say. And while it was a scrappy couple of closing plays there, Hobart with a couple of solid defensive efforts. Keep this one at 4. Eltham.
Transition.
Second half underway here. Hobart now going to the right of screen. Eltham going to the left of screen. Of course, the black and blue for Hobart and the red and black here for the Wildcats. There's Banks now over to O'Neill. Has a free shot at the top. Doesn't use it. Last minute bailout to Vincelau. Back iron, no good. Taken away by Leidel. Had a really big impact. She's second top scorer here with 11 for the Wildcats. Feed inside. Deflected by Steindl. Looking for that internal pass there to Forsyth.
It's a bit of trouble.
Leidel stepping out, 3, side iron, no good, into the Coles Express box. And that will be Hobart force the hand of the Wildcats, or are you trying to stick fat with what you know?
Yeah, well, Eltham sort of backed it off a little on this one. It'll be interesting if they stay with ball screens, which they are, and the blitz is still there again. It's just perhaps need to go away from that. That middle ball screen so exposed, as Scanlon does a good job with the putback. But yeah, just the high ball screen, it's unless you can get rid of it quickly, it's in trouble because the guards are on the back foot. They're going back. Oh,
that was certainly not by design as O'Neill hits the deck from Pizzi. There's just a bit of discombobulation offensively there. Kick out corner. Wine again couldn't get that. Win again couldn't get that to go. Of course, 15 points and a lot of that through corner jumpers in this game so far. She's top scorer for the Wildcats with 15. A minute gone here in the third. As backdoor screens there. Finlayson just couldn't gather that one. Just saves it in time, but Pizzi gets that. The 7HO sign gets a visit near the McKay Timber sign. Pull-up jumper there. Too much as Pizzi looked to be off hands. Deflected there by Hobart.
Yeah, and that's
a lot of hustle coming the way of the Wildcats here. We talked about that intent. It's here early. Ball fake inside Pizzi as easy as you like, and Eltham are just starting to roll a little bit here.
Yeah, worrying signs, and it's that question for the coach: do you go with an early timeout? We'll probably see what happens in the next couple of possessions. Certainly, momentum is going further and further towards Eltham.
Back out to 8 right now. Give away from Finlayson over to O'Neill. Steindl, game high 19, all in the first half, of course. As Finlayson goes through, barrels inside. We've got a block there.
A hard take from Minsaleu. Creates a bit of confusion there, and she ends up with 2 free throws, which she's knocked down.
As Banks just trying to stay in front once again there as Leidel gets inside, gets the roll, and a nice start there by Leidel. Had a couple of offensive looks, now rewarded with points. She's now got 13 herself. Margin back out to 8 here. Goes inside to Steindl. Option not there. Transition once again, Scanlon. Used Pizzi, goes over to Win again. To Pizzi, who's top, wants to go off the dribble, turn around, fading at the short corner, gets that one to go. Sorry, middle of the keyway, I should say. She just drags her feet a little bit going back up the floor there. There's O'Neill now to Vinsaleu. Threads over to Finlayson. Game high 10-point margin here for the Wildcats. We led this one by 4 at the half. There's the ball being dribbled around. Vinsaleu wants some help there. 5 seconds. O'Neill just above the break for three. Couldn't get that one to go. Rebound by Scanlon on the transition once again. Eltham off and running. She keeps the dribble there. In turn over to Pizzy. Ball for three. That'll be a violation over the top there for Forsyth. But Eltham right now really getting...
Dribble on spot. She doesn't look overly happy making her way to the end of the bench, but a bit of a different lineup. Alex Finlayson will now go to the wing. Zoe Banks carrying the ball. A bit of flex action here for the Chargers.
Just trying to space Steindl out once again. She's probably going to get that mismatch down low. There it is. Turn, fadeaway, jump shot. Kayla Steindl getting that one to fall early. She's up to a game high 21. Yeah. Pizzy just stops in her tracks and makes Banks accountable on that drive there. Leidel once again to Pizzy. Back to Leidel. Top of the netball, third. Didn't look too bad as Pizzy deflects that one. O'Neill now has the option there. Banks, will she thread the needle? Pull-up shot herself isn't too bad from the elbow. Margin at 6, 47-41. 6:16 remaining here, third term. Another big screen in the middle of the floor there by Pizzy. I think the Chargers' communication will lift on that one there. Pizzy holds up on the ball screen to win. That'll be a kickball violation there.
When they don't need to, get rid of a timeout early, just a substitution. Just mixing things up for the Chargers.
Yeah, steady the ship. As that one threads through really easily across the top of the key. All players dragged right out of the box so far as Steindl gets a hand in there. Good defence. That one out of bounds off here. Of course, both bleachers used in this one here, Mark, and creates a different vibe as a player when you've actually got the crowd coming from both sides at you.
Yeah, it really does. It surround sound, so to speak, but it's been a successful return here for the Chargers.
Steindl, catch and shoot from three, trying to fire up, couldn't get that to go, as Eltham just let that one run out of bounds. Time continues to tick through, and the Wildcats here just ticking it up a notch in the third term, led by as much as 10, margin back to 6. Threads over the top there, Leidel with a great drive and gets the reward there. Beautiful passing by the Wildcats.
Yeah, just the Iverson cut, through the horns there, and then the back cut, really well executed. Eltham's actually had a couple of opportunities to score. Options there for the Chargers if they feel they need to make some changes.
Yeah, genuine 7-person rotation in this one. Meanwhile, Eltham, they've got the hoodies and the sports jackets down as well. They are trying to get numbers on the ball and keep them warm as well. Steindl catches, pushed out beyond the high post now. Looking to go to work on Pizzy. Turning fadeaway, uses her footwork beautifully. Kayla Steindl couldn't get that to go as Pizzy crashes in over the top. As Wynn now on the transition, has Leidel in support, doesn't use, goes over the top. Scanlon three, bang, bottom of the net.
Just shows the margin for error is so small, isn't it? So close to a bucket at the other end, and Scanlon just in transition. She's been just ruthlessly efficient tonight. Hasn't tried to do too much, but every time she's had the ball, something good's happening for Eltham.
Steindl wanting that long basket. Only the 2 points in this quarter, 21 for the game. Transition once again. Leidel has support there. Forsyth back to the ball from Wine. Takes a long jumper. Back iron, no good. As Eltham really look like they've kicked into their own groove here, Nashi.
Yep, they are. They're sort of sensing the opportunity to try and blow this further open to win the third quarter.
Finlayson now. Big screen there by Steindl. Finlayson, 15 foot. Banks not open, and the passport wouldn't be checked at the gate. Round the world travel not accepted. Forsyth now wants to go herself, has Wine deflected there by O'Neill into the bench. Substitution, the veteran Munro coming in now.
Yep, and looks like that's potentially one to save that fourth foul rather than picking it up with a couple of minutes to go here in the third.
Scanlon, Wine again from three, has been vital out there, couldn't make it. Rebound by Mills to Banks. Looking to use that screen, not used in fact. Risky pass through the middle of the keyway, unsuccessful. Munro to Leidel, going to pull up for three. Doesn't look too bad at all.
Yep. And, because there's not that scoreboard pressure for Eltham, they can pull up and actually, there's no real consequence if you miss that.
Steindl for the response, gets that one to go. And Kayla Steindl as effective on the low block as she is outside. A tough matchup when that's falling. You can hear Dwayne Davey trying to communicate this next lot of defensive sequences. Rotations there. Broomhall caught unawares. Leidel again for three. Bang! Bottom of the net!
Yeah. And that was a play where she runs the Iverson action back cut last time. Sarah O'Neill just way too far off there. You got to arrive with a hand up as we see the blitz again.
Saved there by Mills, I was getting caught up with a mixed screen down on the very far side. Nonetheless, the ball found the open shooter once again. 14 points to margin as Leidel is open. Win now with the ball. Goes to Pizzi. Leidel again at the top. Step back. 3 in 3. If you don't mind, please.
You almost need to burn another one, don't you?
Oh, my goodness. Has not looked like missing and has blown out to 24 points. 13 alone in this third term, and this game getting out of hand quickly. 61-44 here for Eltham. Pizzi with the reach in as Broomhall needing to go to work. Goes to Banks, who's from the car park herself. Back iron, no good. Munro with a rebound. Ball over the top here to Scanlon. Does she have support? She has. Win in the corner as she wants it. Leidel with the hot hand. You've got to press up. Good read there by Broomhall. Not bad, though. The feed inside. Good block there by Mills. Just got a hand on that one to Pizzi. It is all happening here. Hobart Netball and Sports Centre, as that is a bit of a kick ball. Football for the... have blown this game open, Nashi.
Yeah, and just it's such hard work for the Chargers at the offensive end as Steindl knocks out another 3.
Another 3 for Steindl. So
still keeping them in it, but wow, they've got to get some defensive stops.
It is a lot of work right now. Steindl with 27 now, but Leidel, the story of this one in the third term. She's going to roll off another screen, catch and shoot as easy as you like. That's the heat check, and thankfully for the Chargers, that would have been 11 unanswered essentially for Leidel. This one will be interesting here as O'Neill wants to go herself. Deflected. Idea there for Eltham as Vinceleu is going to this one by 14. Margin was as low as 4. O'Neill, catch and shoot 3. Gets that one to drop. So the outside shot all of a sudden becoming really routine and consistent throughout right now in this quarter after not seeing much of it in the first half. Ball with Scanlon. Has Leidel, uses that screen, rolls out. Wants to go herself, can't. Vinceleu with the rebound there. Looking to play away from Marshall. O'Neill now. Back to Vinceleu. And Mills with the illegal screen. Wasn't quite set on that one.
Yeah,
and you could just sense throughout the season and tried to lift her game as well through the UBL. Playing a genuine small ball lineup here, the Chargers. And we will see how this one pans out. As Leidel wants a screen to Munro, give and go to Leidel, and it's late, but it goes there eventually. And Leidel, as easy as you like, on the rim. That's 15 points in the third quarter alone there for Hailey Leidel. 20 seconds to go here for the Chargers. The margin is 13. They want to hold for one shot. 3-second difference. O'Neill floating up, no good. Munro battling for the boards. Everyone's going out of bounds. Look here right now is that shooting.
Yep.
As Eltham let this one tick out. Let's see how we go now. Leidel catches that ball. Scanlon back to Leidel. Hot hand, as we mentioned, inside to Munro, creating space. Inside as easy as you like. Gets that one to drop for Forsyth. Really easy look. Didn't go the 3. That'll be three-quarter time.
Here for the Chargers import to make a statement. They've gone to the 2-3 zone again. So we'll see how these first couple of plays unfold.
So shallow cuts across the free throw line there. There's been Vinceleu just, yep, that was me. Put the leg out. Side of things as well for Hobart in the perimeter defence here, and certainly from their smaller players. They have a lot of fouls to give, and if they want to overplay defensively, they can run that risk here in the fourth.
Yep, absolutely.
Kickball violation there. As you mentioned, almost an NBL All-Star game between the Wildcats and the Chargers.
Yep, should be an absolute blockbuster.
As Scanlon once again in control of this one. Has to go isolation. Step back from the car park itself. Back iron, no good. As Steindl, credit with the bat away on the rebound there. As Vinceleu turns around to take contact. And that will be a blocking foul.
You're a very brave player to actually put your number. It doesn't matter who you are. She's going to go through you. So.
Yeah, and I think that's a positive sign. As much as we talk about Vinceleu adjusting to the game, as Steindl wants 30-piece, can't get that to go. Vinceleu is going to throw her body into the contest for a full 40 minutes, and she does not care who's in front of her.
Yep, that's right.
Big ball there, no good for Eltham. Banks with the transition rebound here. Chargers actually have numbers on this one if they choose to. They settle into the half court. Ball, Finlayson, 3. Back iron, Steindl cleans up the glass like Windex. Make that 29 now. Margin at 13. Of course, this one was as much as 17. As the defence now, Vinceleu playing up high. Finlayson as well, wanting to play with Forsyth. Steps up nicely. Gets the stop. Transition here. O'Neill just slowing it down again back into that half court. Vinsaleu was going to look for the pass, but nice hands there, taken away by Scanlon. And Vinsaleu is hurt. Took a bit of a non-contact tumble there. Hope she's okay. As Leidel wanting to go herself does. In turn once again. Catch and shoot by Forsyth, no good. As Vinsaleu was just a little tender. We'll see how she plays through this one here. She's willingly giving up the ball though, which is a bit of a concern. Banks on the dribble, wants to go herself. Went to draw contact, couldn't get it done. Munro now, as Leidel slows it down. That track meet there burning a couple of minutes off the clock. Score still at 13, 65-52. Munro, short corner baseline, draws the double. Shot up there by Marshall's no good. Easy rebound though for Forsyth. Couldn't get that to go. And both sides probably just need to get into a set here, Mark, instead of rushing through. Although Banks open the corner three is not a bad option.
Yep, no, and look, 10-point game, so timeout. Eltham used. That's another little window opportunity for the Chargers. So no crazy extended pressure. Just happy to try and lock things up here in the half court for the Chargers.
Marshall and Amato, the short, smaller guards here, controlling the ball handling duties. As Leidel again turned this game on its head in the third. Busy catch, shoot, no good, deflected. Second option there, wants to go herself, goes back to Leidel. Wants to use the screen, does. Sorry, that was Forsyth. Inside again. Turn, catch and shoot. Trying to draw the attention of the defence there. Not able to go. Steindl cleans up the glass. Have to get a check on her. You would have to think double digits on the glass as well tonight. Finlayson, skip pass. O'Neill above the break. Three. Bang. Bottom of the net. Margin at 6.
Yep, and I expect that Pizzy's coming in for Forsyth. While she's giving them a lot of energy, she's come up short offensively. And another field goal attempt, just as I say that, she knocks it down. But I still think Pizzy's going to come in for Forsyth, just maybe to give her a chance to settle, and then you'd expect she'll come in to close the game out.
So that margin back to 9, apologies, was at 7, isn't it now? And Finlayson, sorry, not Finlayson, Vinsaleu, the offensive foul is called.
So needs to remain locked in.
We'll see how this one continues to play out. 10 points the margin, 68-58 the score. Ball through sets of hands, easy as you like. Leidel in the corner, can't make them pay. Another rebound by Steindl. Margin back to 10, 68-58. O'Neill wanting to use, that screen not used. Finlayson back to Vinsaleu. Wants to go inside, spins, kick out, corner, Banks, 3. Back iron, no good. Finlayson battling with Leidel, who scraps away, gets that one to go. As Amato takes that one to Leidel once again. Directing traffic. Trying to create space for Wynn on the far side. Munro now wants to go over the top. Feeds that. Mouse in the house stuff here for Pizzy. Couldn't get that to go. Finlayson battling. Ball back out to Tamata. Or Armato, I should say. Leidel open for 3, though. Makes them pay.
Yep. They've missed her on a couple of assignments, and she misfired the other one, but, good shooters just love it when that ball comes back.
58-71, 13 points. Chargers on the make or break precipice of this game, so to speak. Steindl with the screen, sets easily, goes to Pop, does. Vinsaleu around the back, draws contact. She'll go to the line. And even
to be in the scout, they'll look to try and exploit any mismatches they feel they have.
So Vinsaleu just overplaying a little bit there for Leidel, who now has a 30-piece herself. And 3 double-digit scores continuing for Eltham. Only 5 on the scoreboard. Inside there, Munro, the veteran, back over to Amato. And Pizzy top gets that one up, can't go. Rebound by Mills. Uses that screen now. Vinsaleu up the floor. Slowing the game down. Steindl, not sure if she's, no, she's okay. I was a bit worried there, just adjusting her compression sleeve. And that screen on Pizzy will not be deemed legal.
Yeah, but nevertheless, the Chargers have the ball back. Chance to reset with a 14-second clock.
Vinsaleu goes to square up. Doesn't. Good feed in, though, by Banks to Steindl. Kicks out over. O'Neill for 3. Back iron. Wasn't a bad look at things. O'Neill herself barrels up, was waiting for contact. Gets that one to drop.
And a bit of extended pressure now, the 2-2-1 press.
Just trying to force the hand here, that risky pass as Eltham get through it okay. Only 14 seconds left on the shot, though. Leidel wanting to make them pay again.
Yep, just a missed assignment, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're dropping back to after the press. You've got to know where Leidel is.
That is 22 second half points alone here for Leidel, and we've got 4 minutes remaining. Steindl with that Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway. Become a signature of her game this season.
Yep, it's automatic.
31 for her. 3 double-digit scorers now for the Chargers in Banks and O'Neill as well. Ball through sets of hands. Wine had Marsh, had Amato, didn't use it. Leidel again, well contested. Rebound by Munro, who thought she had a passing op. Eltham leaking out early defensively. 74-64, 10-point margin. So the Chargers look to rally.
And Eltham have gone into their own zone here with the 2-3. Again, trying to just take away space with Steindl.
Vinceleu ran into her own traffic there. Steindl, 18 feet, gets that one to drop. 33 for her.
Yeah, that's what good players do. They find a way to find space in the zone. So a nice little free throw level shot there.
74-66. Armado has Wine in support. Uses Pizzi, who dumps down to Munro on the sneak back as Pizzi was fighting. And that'll be a third foul on Kayla Steindl, which will send.
The Chargers might need to do the opposite. Speed things up, maybe some 10, 12-second possessions, although it looks like a walk up here.
As we've had a clock issue there.
Yeah, it looks.
So we'll replay that one almost immediately. Ball is live now. Vinceleu to Banks. Vinceleu to Mills. Had options, goes Banks, goes long, can't get that to go. Rebound taken away by Leidel, who has just dominated the second half of this game and has been the difference maker. Scanlon again controlling the pace. She's close to double digits herself. Pass out, Pizzi for 3. Bang, bottom of the net. And extends this one to 13. As O'Neill driving through space. Vinceleu for 3. Front iron no good. Leidel battling for it, but O'Neill will get second, third option at this almost. Banks now picks up the dribble, nearly drags that pivot foot. Saved there by Munro, the veteran, who takes that one. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Margin at 13. The Eltham Wildcats are in town. They are playing like it's a home game right now, leading by 13. 79-66. Get out of the house. Marshall gets that batted away. As Leidel stepping up, goes to split the defence, gets in. That one will be on Vinceleu. That'll be her fourth.
More traditional bigs in Steindl and Lauren Mills, so it does limit some of the options with what you can do with spreading the floor.
150 remaining. Steindl. Ball through sets of hands. Banks now. Goes over. Vinceleu has that open look for 3. Didn't look too bad. Wasn't able to drop. Leidel again dominating with that one. Sensational stuff for her. The absolute change of this game. 23 second half points, all in this third term. Scanlon for double digits. Gets that one to drop. Deserved double digits. Got double digits. And that is 5 double-digit scorers. All 5 scorers for Eltham in double digits. Led by Leidel, as we mentioned, with 34. And they now lead this one by 17. What has been an unbelievable second half display of basketball. Steindl still able to get production out of herself. She's had 33. And Eltham slowing it down right now as Erin looking to come back into this game. Final minute of this one. Eltham dominant on the road as they win their last 4 and will now make it 5 of their last 6. One game above 500. And they are on the road to the Tornadoes tomorrow. There's a ball over there to Wynn, who really helped in that second term mark as that one deflected out of bounds. Wynn herself really started